Alright guys, so welcome back to a brand new video. Today's video, we are going to be looking at some pretty special headphones. By that I am talking about the brand new Sennheiser 598CS. If you're familiar with Sennheiser at all, you'll know that they've had the 598s out for a long time, but those were open back. And to be honest, I don't know why they named these the 598CS because they are completely different headphones. Alright, so let's go ahead and start right off the bat with accessories. This is going to be a very straightforward review because these headphones are pretty straightforward. First off, you have an extremely long, like studio type cable where you have the larger plug-in so that you can plug it into a board or anything that requires this type of plug-in. Now, I will say on both cables, now this could be something you like or maybe you don't like, but it doesn't use a standard 3.5mm to plug into the headphone itself. So you have this one that's specifically made for it, and it's one that you plug in and it's a twist and lock system. It also works the same way on the other cable, which is more for portable use because this will plug straight into your cell phone, your mobile device, or anything like that. Now on this one, on the cable itself, on the smaller one, it does have your simple button. Now this is simply just to manage calls. As far as my Android device goes, this did not play, pause, or skip any tracks. So this functions solely as being able to answer phone calls where your mic is on the back of this. All right, so this is where it gets exciting. Cables are not exciting. Now these are not wireless, but the fact that you do have removable cables and you have two options as far as one for studio type use or one for on the go use is a very nice addition. Now the reason I don't think that these should be called the 598s because of the way that the other 598s are is the originals are open back. These are closed back. There is no sound getting in and coming out of these. Even the ear cups on the original was the velour ear pads. Now these is so hard to describe. This is like a silk. It's very soft type material. It's not pleather, it's not leather, it's not velour, but it is a very soft fabric. Now I found this to be so enjoyable to wear for hours and hours and hours. It was great. Comfort wise, as you can see, these also don't stick out like the other 598s do. The original 598s on the headband had a really thick padding as to where these are more consumer friendly, and as you can see is a simple just leather padding at the top. There's a little bit of cushion here, but these are so lightweight, to be honest, you just don't even realize they're on. Now as far as the ear cups themselves go, they're extremely large. Your ears fit in here and have plenty of room to move around. Like, I don't think anybody with large ears are gonna have any problem at all. This is just about as comfortable as it gets. Again, with the headband, simple leather, very nice stitching. When you look at these, they just feel premium. I mean, everything about them to me feels like a high-end, an audiophile headphone. I mean, to be honest, build quality wise, they couldn't have done any better. Maybe put metal right here, but the plastic that's in here is a very thick, sturdy plastic. There is no creaking like most headphones that have plastic. On the inside of the headband, right here is where you see your right marker, same with your left, so that way you know which side is which. But the easiest thing to remember is whichever side the cable's in, that is your left side. Again, it's a simple click when you see the extenders. This is plastic, so you know, that may be a big deal. You may want metal. There is no carrying case. I know that they intended for these to be portable, and these I would feel really comfortable throwing in a bag. I just don't feel like these are gonna break. All right, so now that we got all that out of the way, now these do not twist or fold down, so if you have them around your neck, they're going to look like this. We're going to go right into sound because that is where I want to focus with these, because the original 598s were an open back headphone, or they are an open back headphone that is very airy. The sound stage is extremely open, but the bass really just, it wasn't there in the original 598s. The bass in these are actually extremely good. It is very powerful. Definitely not overwhelming, but very punchy. But it is a tight punch. It feels extremely accurate, as pretty much the way that when they're recording an album or a song, the way that they want it to be heard. I think that is what these accomplish, because mids out of here sounded amazing. Like, male and female vocals were extremely clear. If a voice was raspy, you heard that raspiness. If a voice just hit these extremely high notes, like, it never tapered off. it covered all full ranges. Now that is simply out of my cell phone. Now when I plugged it into the PC, it was a whole nother level. Like, these just continued to get better and better, even with gaming. These were incredible for games. Like, the sound stage, even with these being a closed back, is so extremely open that I felt like this was a closed back headphone. Sound signature wise, this is nothing like the original 598s, which is again why I don't understand how this has the 598 number attached to it. This alone is a complete standalone headphone. These do retail for $150 right now, as of this video. On Amazon, these are $99. And at that, you would be completely insane not to go and buy these. If you are serious about audio, even if you're not, even if you just like casual listening, for $100, these are absolutely incredible. To go back onto sound, now the best way to describe these, if we're gonna look at an EQ and you think most of the time it should be flat, these are not flat. I mean, there's definitely a bump up with the bass, okay? And it kind of just slowly used back up to where the trebles are. The highs are extremely clear. As far as guitar riffs, it's so clean that you can hear the crunchiness, the distortion in the guitars, but never in the speakers. Like, these did not distort at all. I felt like they focused so much on the sound with these that I'm baffled that they're only $150. I mean, if you're an audiophile, and I hate that word, I hear audiophile and I think of some guy in a van holding headphones to lure kids into the van. It's creepy. But if you just love music, or you're serious about music, or you're serious about mixing, these are pretty much like the do-it-all headphones. It's honestly, right now, it's my highest recommended headphone. I would say that if you're looking for a gaming headphone and you're not into trying to use a microphone, go with these. If you are simply just somebody that likes to listen to music on their phone, go with these. They are extremely easy to power. The impedance level is so low that your phone can get really loud with these. Gaming can get extremely loud. Like, they have no problem being powered, which is usually an issue when it comes to higher end headphones that Sennheiser or Beyerdynamic or Shure, anybody puts out, is the impedance level is so high that you can't push it. Now with these, not a problem. So if you are looking for a headphone this holiday season, or for anything, honestly, go to Amazon and pick these up. Like, you will not regret it. It doesn't even matter who you're buying for. If you are wanting thumping bass, something to rattle your head, maybe that's not what these are, okay? These are not going to rattle your head, but you can definitely feel bass. You can definitely tell that there's just so much put into this product. So that is my quick review. I think I rambled a little more on the sound. It's hard not to get excited because of the sound that these have. I'm sorry, you try so many headphones that it's rare when one actually gets you excited about listening to your music that you listen to all the time. That's what these did for me. So thank you guys so much for checking out this video. Thank you guys so much for checking out all the other videos. And as always, guys, make sure to stay tuned for more.